our two blocks and we're going to fold our blanket so that it's a little bit higher, so that it's kind of like a pillow. Yeah, because you don't want it completely flat. So you give yourself some more height on the pillow. Excellent. Huh? Good. And then you want to come and lie on your shoulder blade. So don't lie completely on the shoulder joint. Kind of turn your chest up a little bit. You need your two blocks. One is going to go in between the knees, and the other one will keep it close to us. We're going to use it in a minute or so. So here you are lying on your right side, block in between the thighs, in between the knees, keeping the knees together, and take your hands and place them on top of each other. The top hand is obviously going to be shorter than the bottom hand. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slide the top hand so it goes beyond that bottom hand, and you can feel your shoulder blade stretch there, and then bring it back. And here you can just breathe in and breathe out whenever you can. Slide it and bring it back, and slide it and bring it back. One more time, slide it away and bring it back. Now angle your arms so that they're pointing towards the bottom of the mat, kind of towards the knees. And here you might have to lift your head, slide that top hand, and then slide it back. Slide the top hand and slide it back. One more, slide it away and slide it back. Excellent. Now let's angle our arms so that they're kind of pointing towards the top part. Good, slide. Now here you might really have to lift your head and slide it back. Slide the top arm and slide it back. Slide the top arm and slide it back. Good. Come back to the center. Now we're going to use our second block, and we're just going to use one corner. Keep the block long and use one corner of the block on the floor as an extension of your hand. So let's start to rotate above the head. Take your time. When you get where your arm is just covering your ear, stay there for a while and lengthen. Imagine lengthening that whole left side. Take a few breaths there, feeling those ribs and exhaling before you continue. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Now to continue, your block is going to have to flip to another corner and the shoulder is rotating externally. Continue that path. You might feel your chest open a little bit more. Now use that block really as the extension of your arm. Don't bring the arm itself down. Just use that as an extension. Go all the way until your block is almost at the buttock area. And then start the path back slowly. Taking your time, using a corner of that block as an extension. Now, when you come back again to the arm being over the head, covering the ear, again, lengthen, take your time there because this is the flipping part where it flips, and then let it flip and slowly bring it back to the center. Let's do that one more time. So using that corner as the extension of your arm. When you get to where your arm is covering your ear, wait there, breathe into those left ribs, and then continue that path. The block is going to flip. So that means your shoulder is externally rotating, and slowly take it back. Take the time, slowly, until the block is almost at the buttock. And then let's start the path back. Yeah, using just a corner of the block. All the way when the arm is back again to the top, take a moment there, breathe into those ribs, and then slowly come back. Good. All right, now we are still going to use that block. Take the block all the way up towards the ceiling, and you might just have to shimmy your shoulder blade a little bit more so that your chest is kind of half pointing up towards the sky. Now punch the ceiling with that block. Inhale quietly here, and then we're going to exhale and inhale whenever we can now. Imagine you're placing 20 pounds on that block. So when you place 20 pounds, your shoulder moves back into its socket, and then place another 20, that shoulder starts to come down. Place another 20, maybe you feel your shoulder blade now magnetize itself on the floor. place another 20, the arm bone begins to come down, place another 20. Now there's somebody looking at you, cannot see your upper arm bone, place another 20. Now your elbow might be on the floor, place another 20, place another 20. Now maybe the forearm is on the floor, place another 20, and the wrist gets onto the floor, block is on the floor. You don't have to look at the block, you can just look up at the ceiling. Take a moment here with that rib cage opening and the pec muscle, the top left shoulder collarbone area opening, so the pectoralis muscle. Now let's start to offload 20 and another 20, maybe the wrist lifts up, another 20 off, another 20, another 20, another 20, another 20, another 20, another 20, and punch the ceiling with that block. Really lift that arm. Good. And then slowly bring that arm down. Place the block on the floor. You don't need it for the moment. Take your hands again together. Left arm is on top. Now massage the inside of your right arm. Massage it all the way to the collarbone. Come all the way, massage the collarbone across. Go all the way until your left arm is all the way to the left side. And then bend that elbow, left elbow. Bring that hand to massage the collarbone again. You're finding your way back, all the way back to the center again. Take a moment here. Just notice the activity on that top arm, the sensations. Good. And then remove the block on the under between the knees. Bring your blocks somewhere where you can get them and roll onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest, softly rocking from side to side. Good. Now we're going to go to the other side. So if you need to, for me, I need to turn because of the camera. So I'm just turning to the bottom edge of my mat. Remember, we have our two blocks there, and we're coming now onto the left side. And also make sure you're not on your shoulder joint, you're on the shoulder blade. Shoulder blade can take weight, but not the shoulder doesn't like that. Good. And then place one block in between the knees. And the other block is close by, ready to go when we're ready for it. Good. Here we go. Slide the top hand beyond the bottom hand and then reach it back and slide it beyond and reach it back and slide it beyond and reach it back. Good. Now angle your arms so that they're pointing downwards towards the knees and slide that top arm. Might have to lift your head and slide it back and slide the top arm and slide it back. So you're feeling that top shoulder blade moving around those ribs. So remember that the shoulder blade is meant to move. When it gets stuck, then we're in trouble. Good, excellent. Now slide, angle the arms so that they're pointing towards the top side of the mat and slide the top arm and then slide it back. Slide the top arm and slide it back. Slide the top arm and slide it back. Good, excellent. And then bring the arms back to where they belong. Grab a hold of your second block. Now we're going to use one corner of that block and bring the block, slide it over the head. When it gets to just where your ear is covered by your arm, stay there for a nanosecond. Open those ribs, breathe into those top ribs, and then the shoulder is going to flip and the block is also going to flip and continue that path. So now you're in an external rotation of the shoulder. Good, go all the way until the block is almost at the bum, and then begin your path back. Good, and the same thing is going to happen when the arm is above the ear. The shoulder will want to flip. Give it a little nanosecond there. Don't let it flip immediately. Just use that opportunity to open a little bit more and then slowly let it flip. Come all the way to the starting point. And then let's do that one more time. Take the block around When it's above the ear, take a nanosecond there, breathe into those ribs, and then let the block flip and come around. And then start the path back. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, come all the way, excellent, good. Now we are going to kind of rotate a little bit more so that we are more on the shoulder blade, and then take that block up towards the ceiling, punch the ceiling with that block. Good, now let's weight that block, put 20 pounds, the arm, the shoulder gets back into its shoulder socket, and then another 20, now your chest might begin to turn a little bit more, place another 20 pounds, the arm bone begins to come down, place another 20, another 20, another 20. Now maybe the elbow is on the floor, and then another 20, the forearm comes down, another 20, maybe the wrist is down. Now stay there for a moment, let that open. You might also feel a slight rotation or a twist into your lower back. It is normal, as long as it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It does feel there's a twist, a little twist there. If it feels uncomfortable, bring your knees slightly up a little bit. Yeah. If it feels uncomfortable, bring the knees closer to your other arm. And then now let's offload. So offload 20, the wrist comes off the floor. Offload another 20. Offload another 20. Maybe now the elbow lifts. Offload another 20. Another 20. Another 20. Another 20, another 20, and punch the ceiling with that block, and then slowly bring the block down to the floor. We don't need it for now. Place the top arm on top of the bottom one, and slide your top hand, massaging that bottom arm, massage the inside, massage, 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 go across the collarbone, massage, massage, until that arm is behind you. And then bend the elbow and start your massage back. Massage, 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 massage it all the way back until the hands are together again. Sounds good. Good. And then roll onto your back. Oh, hug the knees into the chest. Remove your blocks. Sorry, I forgot to say that. And rock from side to side.